Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Matt. The channel is Dollar Box Bangers, and today I've got the biggest card I've ever purchased in my life sitting in front of me. I did open it beforehand just to make sure that this was the card and that everything was legit. Um, but I'm gonna start with a couple smaller cards I've recently picked up. Some MJ Melendez purples. I think I'm paying like $2.50 a piece for these. But he's a guy I'm just kind of dipping my feet in the water with. Just buying some low end parallels. I think I have one more purple and a gold foil on the way. But just taking a little flyer on MJ Melendez. So without further ado, I'm just gonna show you. This is the biggest card I've ever bought in my life. The Julio Rodriguez gilded cast in gold rookie card. When I saw this set, my jaw literally hit the ground. I was so blown away by these cards. And even this isn't the best looking one. There are others that I think are better looking. But if you don't know, the base cards, there are 150 base cards all numbered to 99 with different parallels. But the extended base set is 10 major rookies. And really all they have is a card that looks like this, where their portrait is gold. And then there's an autograph version. The Julio Rodriguez Superfractor Auto has been pulled. I don't know if you guys watched If Sports Cards Top 10 that he put out this morning, but it was pulled on camera this week. So the Superfractor Auto is gone, and just if you're curious, Ian put a price tag of 30K on it. But this is this is the most expensive card I've ever bought in my life, and I want to go to the computer here in just a second and kind of talk about some things, tell you why I bought it, and just kind of sharing this experience with you guys. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. So I just wanted to go over the sale here and touch on a few things. Something I didn't mention was that I broke two of, or my only two golden rules when I bought this card. Golden rule number one being I almost never buy a card if the picture is of it in a sleeve and top loader. I mean, just look at how bad this picture is overall. It's very dark. You have this crazy glare over here to the left. You have another glare over here to the right. It's hard to make out what's going on these bottom corners. And then you see this little dot? So look at the H and the R and go straight down. Is that a dimple on the card? Is that a imperfection on the top loader? What is that? So my biggest pet peeve is when people take pictures of cards sleeved and top loaded, especially a card of this value. Man, this thing needs to be out, well lit. You need pictures of every corner. You need multiple angles of the surface, in my opinion. So this was a bad listing as far as this picture goes. They only have two, one of the front, one of the back. And I think that hurt the seller. My second golden rule being I almost never bid on an item if I see someone else bidding with zero feedback, especially if they're up near the top. If you get, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard the term shill bidding. What a shill bid is basically when someone bids on an item with no real intention to actually buy the item. Now, sometimes you can have a bidder, or not a bidder, but a seller who will make a dummy account to bid up their own items. You could have a seller who gets his buddy to use, his account to drive up an item. But then what else can happen is, somebody with the same card could go in, start shill bidding the card so that it sets a high comp. So that when he goes to sell his card, the floor is set high already, if that makes sense. But for the record, I do not think that's what happened here. You can look at a 30-day summary. This person, this zero feedback guy, has bid on 15 items. He's only bid on 9% of this certain seller's items. That number does not concern me. If it was like, I mean, if it's 100%, then yeah, that's a huge red flag. But even anything over like 20%, I start to get a little suspicious. But another thing that is okay is the fact that he doesn't have any bid retractions. That's a good thing, meaning he hasn't won any auctions and then retracted the bid. That's a good thing. If you see a bunch of bid retractions, I would avoid that auction. So just know that when you're bidding on auctions, you can go in and you can kind of check these things just to give yourself a little peace of mind if you had any questions about whether it was being shilled. But I do not think that's what was happening here. But anyway, let's go back to the card. Um, let's do something real quick. Julio Rodriguez gilded. Let's look at sold comps. So you can see this is what these are selling for raw now. What, like 4 days after I bought it. Um, and this is not me flexing. It's just I trusted my gut on this. I fell in love with these cards. I thought they were special. In my immediate I tell myself I got to get in on this now before these blow up. And while, $710 felt like a lot at the time, which it is. I mean, that's no insignificant amount of money to me by any means. Um, but I thought they were only going to go up. And I have a feeling that once these initial waves are bought up, you're not going to see a lot of them. I think true collectors are going to get these graded, put them in their collection, and I just don't think they're going to come up that often. That's what I'm going to do. This is the first card that I've ever bought with the sole intention of, like, as an investment piece. I'm going to get it graded and I'm going to keep it. It won't be for sale for a very long time unless something unless something crazy happens. I mean, if it goes to $10,000 in a PSA 10 or something, then yeah, I'll sell it. But it was just one of those times where I felt like I had to trust my gut, and I'm glad I did. So anyway, guys, that's the story of the biggest sports card purchase in my life. And if you made it this far, I'd appreciate a like, and thank you for watching. See ya.